Hi everyone, Stacy here with a bit of an unannounced demo, um, but it just seemed too appropriate with World Card Making Day and the recent past with all our demos and with the World Card Making Day or the Card Maker Sale coming up on the 22nd. I thought it was a perfect time to share these vintage cards, vintage greeting cards. Um, just I had so much fun going through them. I ran across them again in my stash, of course, and it's quite an assorted lot of things that feature some techniques that we still use today. So some of them are a little different, but I thought it was a great time to be able to share them. Get your thoughts, get your ideas. I know several of us use a lot of vintage things in our projects, and just wanted to see what your opinions might be on using these cards. Some of these, as I look at them, while they'd be wonderful to use, I don't know if I could um, cut into them or tear any portion of them apart. So all right, let's jump in real quick here and just share some quick things. I think I have these organized. First is some embossing, which this would have been on a pretty grand scale, but you can see the layering here on the back. It's a foil embossed background piece on this one to accent it. And then here the entire card has embossing around the edge and then around the circle. The flowers are embossed, very light, very thin embossed, and then around the frame. This also has an insert of shimmer. I don't know if the camera will pick it up there or not, but that is another accent. So there's embossing. Since we have our, and I'm sure I will run across some additional, here's one. This one is embossed as well with some ribbon. All the flowers are embossed in the outside edges. So since this one has our little shimmery piece on, let's just go ahead and go right into micro beads, which the camera is probably not there. You can get a little bit of a glimpse. There is what we would put down, a piece of sticky back tape, double-sided tape, and add our embossing powder. These are very, very tiny micro beads, and they're on the blue bow here and on the pink bow here. Very embossed. They don't come off. I mean, this card is from it's a Hallmark card from 1938, and they're still attached. So same thing here, except this is has more of a shimmer to it. Can you see? You might be able to see that one a little bit better. On the sails, it's gold, red heart, and then red down here. They are stuck fast. Nothing loose there. And then the glitter on the inside, and this is kind of fun. Instead of the glitter on this side, it is on the inside of the folded piece. Now you can see in the crease here, some of that glitter is falling off. It is not the micro beads like these first two cards. This is actually a piece of glitter. You can see the discoloration is coming off on the top, but in that open space of the bell, it works perfectly. So this is a die cut shape, a cutout area. And I don't know if these were hand cut or not. This space kind of looks like it was a hand cut spot. It may have been, a hand die cut over several of them, but still a fun way to add the glitter and bling there. So I know there's some other cards with both of those features, the embossing and the glitter, in some of these others. Here are two. Here's a Christmas tree. And this is what I would equate to early clear embossing. So the color is on the tree underneath, and these are the clear micro beads that are across the top. Let's see if my camera It's going to go fuzzy the closer I get. So um, just another example of the micro beads, another technique. And again, this one is not a Hallmark card. It's a DA card made in the USA, and it is a square one, but beautiful lithographs, beautiful extra embellishment. Very fine piece of foil. Again, this is cut out. So the opening you can see right here is either hand cut or machine cut. I think they used to use the stampers, the dies, the heavy dies, they'd position them and then hand stamp them that way. There were some machine die things in the 30s as well. This is a, I can't, Cardsworth company, but you can see how they added the foil in that time. So who knew? Who knew? Foil has been around a long time. Embossing, another one. I love this card. This is actually a panel down through the center added to the plaid. All of these candles and things are embossed as well. So again, we'll crawl through some of these when we get to them and talk about them. Let's talk about these birthday cards. And I'm sorry, my voice, fall allergies are getting to me already. Feel good, but the voice is the first to go. These are wonderful. And let's see, these are Art Guild from Williamsburg, Virginia. Really, really well-known company in the early days. And they actually paid artists to create the design of the card, and then they would license their artwork for them. You might see this, and this one's not signed. Some of them are artist signed, but you might see some of these artists in some of these same features in little golden books, in random house books, because those artists were licensed across the spectrum. Probably different features, but a lot of similarities that way. Here, so these are all from the same artist, and you can tell by the features, the facial features and everything. They are die cut in that the front layer is a shape cut, and then die cut on the right side with this feature showing through. So dimensional, lots of texture, but the other big texture is the use of this plastic. I can't even tell you if it was acetate in the 30s and the 40s. These actually, this one is 1944 and or 1954, and this one, it would have been a grade of plastic in the 50s that hasn't decayed. It has not deteriorated or broken down. Bright pink, very neon-y, and it is 3D. It's about a 1/16 of an inch. You can see that. And each one of these cards, I only have part of them out here. They go 1 to 10. And each one of them has these raised numbers on. Each of them has the die cut front with the background in the back. Look at that face. And just super fun. Super fun. So, and I don't know, you know, postage at the time, I don't know what this would have done to postage. These are not used, so they've not made it through an envelope or through the postal system back then. So I don't have any history on these. If you have any idea about those, I'd love to hear them. I just think this is a great combination of artwork and you know, the mixed media and the all of that on one card. No embossing and no glitter, but bright pink acetate, die cut shape, raised letters on a die cut card. These are a little bigger than A2 also. Vintage cards seem to have a shape of their own, and companies, you know, would, it was common, same sizes were common for each company, but each kind of went their own way. And each had their envelopes to coordinate as well. I thought there was one more of those here, but I don't think so. All right, next, super fun. Use of ribbon. Look at this candle. That's a piece of ribbon under there. Very tight, still attached, not broken down. It is shiny satin ribbon. And again, it is attached to the inside of the card. And then this is adhered. But there's a small hole here and a small hole here, flame at the top, candlestick base at the bottom, and a nice flat piece of ribbon. It is not glued here, but that is tied flat, and then it is glued on the die cut edge base here. It is adhered into the fold there. So another fun use of ribbon. Ribbon here, same thing. This is a very unique fold with clear acetate on the top. And the ribbon is actually knotted. I can't tell though. This one doesn't allow me to open it. I can't tell if it's tied through a hole or if it was pressed, if it was knotted first and then pressed. But that's a box with an opening, acetate in the center, clear acetate in the center. That's more like a transparency weight, but again, use of ribbon there. And I did show you the ribbon knot on this one. Again, another knot. It actually looks like it's not tied. This is the fake knot. So there are two holes. You weave the end in, overlap, and then the other tail comes out the other side. I know we've done that technique here on the page before, but the other one on this card, the other technique on this card, there is embossing, but this is a shimmery foil. There's actually an open area right here along the top and the bottom of the scroll. And if you open that up, there is that little piece of marbleized. It's very thin. I would equate this to like the origami, very thin origami paper that we can get today, but you can see the opening there. So the knot does not come through on the, oh, it does come through. Here, you can see the two holes, and that's a wonderfully simple technique rather than tying. So that is use of ribbon. And thought there was another one here. Let me, oh, these two have, this one has a tassel for corn on it. And that really is just 3 strands of golden, like not twine, like a cotton thread, but it's got shimmer to it. And it is added, you can see underneath here, a long piece. It comes up through the hole, and then there is adhesive on this edge right here to hold it intact. And that's to be the tassel on the corn. Again, some fun mixed media there. And this is from Greetings Inc., also made in the USA. And this is 1949. Another one, where did the, oh, this. The little velvet flowers, which we can still get today. We still see them in our mix packs. This one would have been on a little, yep, here you can see the stem, wire stem. And all they did was punch a hole, slide the stem down through. This does have a little bit of adhesive underneath it to give it some 3D. It is raised from the top, but then it does not come through the back. You can see this is probably rubber cement or paste glue, and it is coming through, breaking down on the paper a little bit from the inside, but it's unused. And again, just another simple way to add some dimension. This one is the Fairfield line, and it is made in the USA also. All right, I don't know if there are any other ribbons here or 3D things last night, and you guys are probably thinking, she's crazy, she has time to look at these embellishments. Well, you know, it's part of the cleanup process, so it's all good. These are 2 more embossed. Here you can see the white on white embossed on the front of the card, and this one is these are probably stamp embossed. And by that I mean there was a regular machine that would have been framed to do this. It would have embossed it and stamped the gold foil on it too. So the whole card is embossed. There's gold stars here, there's gold on the houses, gold on people, and that's an extra foiling process that I'm sure has been perfected since then. All right, die cuts. Let me look here. Here are two that have just an opening in the front card, and they reveal flowers on the back. And notice the difference in size. This one is probably very close to an A2. This one is 4 by 4. So, and this is a Hallmark card. This is an original Hallmark card. 19, I can't read the date, it's too small. I need my magnifying glass. Another die cut, and this one is unique in that it's a threefold card. It's a trifold card, and the front half is the front section's a little bit shorter, but it has the image on, and then the opening, like they're looking through the door to the outside. Images on this side, and then the actual verse for the card on this side. That is very, very unique, double-sided, a little bit of embossing on the holly up here on the top, but no stamping on that one, so I don't know who made it. So I thought those windows were fun. The next grouping, these I think are here's a window that was really fun too. Again, on the front card, this one is just a Made in USA card. Greetings. I love the lithographs. This would have been another autographed or another artist one that they would have used, and very perfect for holiday. This one has been used and just a Made in USA card. So those are the die cuts. All right, more die cuts, but these are just a mixture of different things. Oh, I forgot this one. Flocking. We know flocking. On the top of the boots, on the diaper, on the different color on the beard, and then across the top. So very soft. All right. The full card die cut with the center hand. At first I got excited when I saw this. I thought the hands actually moved, but it's just like a little nose there, not a brad. It is some kind of a bauble, and I can't even tell you what it is because I can't see the bottom of it, but it's in good shape. Full die cut card, front and back, and this is a Hallmark card also. And this one is 1952, it looks like. Don't hold me to it, but super fun. This one, now iris are my favorite flower, I think. It's my birthday flower. But this card is very close to A2. It's a little bit larger. It's 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. But it's got 4 layers, and 3 of those 4 layers have a die cut shape. So the top one is about 2 inches. This is the first layer. Verse in here. Another die cut shape here. Another verse on the inside, another iris, and then the back. It is stapled, so the outside cover serves as the base, and it would be what I refer to as a folded foundation, which was very common. Each of these open up into most of these, let me see if I can get one that doesn't have anything glued. Most of these open up into a flat square, which was the old way of doing it. Paper was thin, and that's what was accessible. This one has the foundation, the folded foundation, the front die cut about halfway, and then it has another book, another foundation that's stapled in the middle, and they serve as the extra die cuts, or the placement for the extra verses and die cuts. Very easy to do today, even though these are printed on. You could just add your collaging the way we've been doing with some of the small laser elements and so forth, or stickers, to make that layered embellishment. Again, one of my favorite cards with that one. This one, oh my goodness, get ready. That tongue. So fun. I had this sitting aside and I thought, oh my goodness, that's just such a cute card with the die cut, the paws on here. But then I opened it up and I thought, oh wow. And this is one of the cards that a kind of card that I would have really enjoyed getting when I was a youngster. So thought I had to share that one. We have some of these that are available now to do. Some of the fun dies, I think, are fun. Thinlit sets, Karen Berniston and so many others have options for that, but they're super fun. Another full cut die cut card, not quite full, the bottom square. This is awesome, or embossed down here, and it has a little bit of the paper has been flocked to create a little bit of a texture on it. It's like it's been brushed, and it's hard to tell, but it's right on the tail here. And if you run your finger on it, it's like sandpaper or something was taken over it. And that's all over the little chick there with the umbrella. That's a Hallmark card also. This one, large card, bigger than 5x7. This is for Mother's Day. It is Volant Joliet. Has the ribbon underneath, which has been tucked under. And you think, oh, this is just a piece of paper here. So you open the card, you're good to go. This is 1943. And then I came back. It is embossed around the outside edge here, which I think you can see. But then you open this up and it's the honeycomb, vintage honeycomb. Who knew? Who knew? So here are some others just for fun because the graphics are pretty cool and they're still in good shape. They're still in pretty good shape. These have been sent. I'll scrape up something for you to hear. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Joyous Christmas from California. Another one. I thought there might be some artist signature in here, but I don't know. They may be separate. This one, oh yeah, forgot about this one. The folks who live within these doors wish Christmas joy to you and yours. And there's the door opening, popping up from the center. Another fun one. Die cut top. This one has some glitter on the outside as well, or on the trims and the chimney and the bells. Another die cut one, artist one. And so on and so forth. I won't bore you with the remainder of these because I know not everyone has the same affliction to vintage things as I do, but thought it was a good time to reminisce a little bit, see how far we've come, but see how much is the same. This one has embossing and glitter up across the top, and it seemed like the perfect time since we're between a card making sale and World Card Making Days. So shout out below if you have an affliction for vintage paper ephemera and card making, greetings, and if you've maybe run across a collection. My grandmother was famous for saving every card that she received, so I'm the beneficiary of them right now. And I'm glad of it at the moment too. So here's another die cut opening, candle flame opening, and then this one has little flecks of glitter on each of those areas of the puff spot. So let me know what you think. Have a great day. Hope you get some card making in too, and enjoy. Thanks, guys.